NECCI PR, a leading consulting and public relations firm, hosted the 19th edition of its annual roundtable in Lagos, which focused on the theme Awakening the Blue Giant, Catalyzing the Growth of Nigeria's Maritime Economy Through Public Relations. It brought together regulators, marine experts, consultants, business leaders, and other stakeholders to deliberate pressing issues and solutions that will catalyze growth of Nigeria's maritime sector. In his pre-panel speech, the chairman Proshare Nigeria Limited, Mr. Olufemi Awoyemi, presented the blue economy, Thought to Action, that speaks on climate change, its implications on the blue economy, amongst others.
We talk about this climate change as if it's some abstract subject somewhere. For those of us who have read basic book, you talk about the 4 elements: air, water, earth, and fire. In not dealing with any of this is the wealth of the world. It's in nature. And it is categorized. So when you talk about the blue economy, even the images describe it very well for you. So if you look at what is happening in the negatives, you also see the positives. The countries that succeed are those countries who are able to manage all these elements. Call it whichever way you want to look at it, it's here. So when I say it's not about potential, it's about people actually sitting down and actually having thought-led decisions and having coherent strategies to work with. So let's go and talk about numbers now. Here are the numbers. See, if you take a look at the ports in East and Southern Africa, and so it was interesting to find out that Nigerian port is about the 7th in the global, in the top 10 in Africa. But the challenging thing about it all is that when you talk about the blue economy as distinct from the marine economy, we are not talking only about ports, but the focus always in Nigeria has always been about ports. So when you talk about marine blue economy, you reduce it to the port. It's not about the port, it's far bigger than the port. But these guys have had measurable indices. I saw that, I think it was Mr. Peterson who said we've improved. Yes, we have. But you see, there's something about incremental progress. If the objective and end game is not clear, every little step looks like an improvement. And so let us put that in perspective so that we can understand what we're talking about. So the thing you normally say is, who therefore are you benchmarking yourself with? If you're therefore not benchmarking, you're benchmarking yourself with Benin Republic, you know, I mean, come on. So what we're basically looking at here is that, look at those indices. Whereas some of them are bad, some of them are very good for us in the West African zone. Some are very good, but compared to global best practice, you can see it's quite a long distance. So let's look at the numbers. You'll be shocked that the level of research done, we don't even have marine income as a line item. You would not believe it, that the United States economy, as strong and as powerful as it is, 20% of that GDP comes from only port-related activities. And you know, it's not even rocket science. 80% of all trade goes by what? Sea. So this is not rocket science. But you look at Nigeria, you will not believe the kind of few things. Let me even skip this personal analysis for you and look at certain figures. This one talks about the problem. I want to just show you data so that when we are discussing, rather than discuss on book, we discuss on evidence. Look at it. Import-export alone in Q1, Q2 is about 8.5 trillion. That's your total annual budget, which is just an activity you do in your marine. So for those who say, oh, I don't know how you describe it, whether your national budget is conservative or aspirational, whichever it is, it's under the economy. The marine activity alone is bigger than the Nigerian annual budget. This is not about potential, this is about evidence. And if you do not believe it anymore, those are the figures for you. And I'm just taking from just some quarters to show you how the activity is. And I'm just looking at import-export. I'm not looking at the blue economy as a whole. Just one aspect of it. So if Exim says that he's interested in Nigeria, oh, by God's grace, it's not doing you a favor. It's practical sense. That is where money is, and that is where money will follow. And so you have to engage with them at a very different level of understanding. But Nigeria does not have a clear-cut marine strategy or coherent plan of engaging. Look at those figures. Those are just quarterly returns on marine transportation value. Just one aspect alone. Far bigger than the thing feeding you 200 million people. So we're fighting over crumbs when we have something here. So this is not about hyping things. This is evidence. You see, as big as that economy is, it's also the citadel of corruption. And quite strong inefficiency. It is the most inefficient operation you've ever seen, in spite of your best efforts. You also understand that it's not about your intentions, it is about the system. That system has been built to survive around inefficiencies. That is why you find that people will create systems to allow human engagement and deny the use of technology. Because with human engagement, that's when you have sleaze. And so you've been doing, so no matter how much you do, you see that small gap in there? It is there. Again, what have I said? Evidence, not theory. It is a shame when you say, I'm from Niger Delta, we produce oil. I mean, that is a statement of fiction. You may, but it doesn't impact the economy. They might as well not even be producing anything in that economy. And it is shameful, and it is there in evidence. You can see this. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but here are data. This is the contribution of the littoral states, where the greatest wealth of this country is produced to your GDP. But look at what has happened in 2017. Okay, for those of us who like bad news all the time about Nigeria, hello, something has shifted, it's good, it's happening. I know you are not used to hearing good news, and your body is trained not to hear good news or to receive good news, but I have to say it anyway. Something good is still happening in your country. So that's it. I'll move on quickly and show you something. The challenge you have, however, with them is that when you deconstruct them, to look at them in terms of break industry services, you begin to see where the problem really is. And it's the services that the major changes are coming at the industry. And so, whether you will like it or not, you may choose to just hear only the bad news all the time. Open your eyes and see certain things, pockets of things are happening in certain areas, and we have trained our mind not to, we don't trust them, we don't believe. Open your mind, they are sharing money. Pay attention. In terms of all the data that you see over there, you can look at it. Look at what is happening with Akwa Ibom. With all the growth, it's still that small. But have you taken a look at Ogun State? Have you taken a look at Ondo State? I'm sure. Don't say that, Coco. I will make that data available. Don't let me take too much of your time. The panel will discuss. I just needed to clarify a few things, and I've done that. Thank you.
The founder of NECCI PR, Mrs. Nkechi Ali Balogun, speaks further on the essence of the event.
The blue giant is the maritime giant, is the blue economy. There are so many abundant resources in our maritime, all right? I mean, like we said, let all our states, for instance, let's take Bayelsa. Let's take Akwa Ibom, let's take Cross River. These are people sitting on top of dollars. All we have are bukas, hotels, but the main business, the fish under the sea, we don't even have a canned fish in this country. We are not exporting fish. Rather, we are importing sardine. We should be exporting our own canned fish, aside from oil. Lagos State is busy reclaiming lands. These are coastal areas that can generate funds. The local trader, the local farmer at Makoko, we are talking about SMEs. These are people that can be helped to create an industry. If you go to Kenya, for instance, they're talking of carnivore. In carnivore, what do they do? All you can eat, meat. Because you have all forms of animals in Kenya. So they have carnivore. Why can't we have a place where people can come to Morocco or Makoko and eat fish? It becomes a tourist attraction. White people will come and all they are looking to eat lobsters, crabs, prawns, fish, all kinds of fish. So I can go on and on. People are moving away from resource-based economy and going on to knowledge-based. How can we add value to the enormous potentials that we have in this country? They are being wasted. Now, what can PR do to help this? We are reputation managers. I know they say reputation is not an asset, but if you remember that reputation is that intangible that helps the tangible. right? Without a good reputation, I don't see any country, right, becoming or at least attracting the necessary investment. So that is where we come in. Without us also, we are there to analyze trends. We are there to also let them know that this exists. All right, so that is the role we play.
A major takeaway from the 19th edition of the NECCI PR Roundtable is the need for a robust legal framework and an enabling environment that can attract key foreign and local investments to unlock the enormous potentials in the Nigerian maritime sector.